Previously on Fear the Walking Dead.
He kills him, and Alicia gets away, and it's all because he bought her enough time. Very, very, very sad. He gets pissed off that she broke the radio, but as he's starting to yell in her face, Alicia starts to slowly pass out. Man, I know, Alicia. I know the struggles. I know the feeling. I know what you're going through. We all feel it. Fear the Walking Dead is back.
I don't know how much longer I've left. Given the amount of exposure she's had, she should make the most of every day.
I don't know how much longer I have left either. Before I turn off this piece of crap program.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our review for the second episode that released from this double mid-season premiere for Fear the Walking Dead. This is for episode 10. This one is titled Mourning Cloak.
I know what you must think of me, but our story isn't over, Alicia.
It is. In one way or another, you won't be running this place after today.
What's your name?
Madison.
Okay guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our weekly video review for the second episode of Fear the Walking Dead, of the double mid-season premiere that we got for 7B of Fear the Walking Dead. Episode 9 reviews in the channel now. Now it's time to talk about episode 10. So, this one is Mourning Cloak. This one is the Charlie episode that we've been hearing about for a little while. We had heard that we were going to be getting a major Charlie episode, and this is the one. So, okay. Episode 9 I thought was actually a really good episode. I really liked it for Alicia. I thought they did some really, really cool character stuff in that one. Episode 10, it was okay. It was an okay episode. I don't think it was bad. I know there's a lot of people that are probably going to say, like, Dan, like, what are you talking about? This episode was terrible. I can't say it was terrible. I had some moments I liked. In particular, I'd say the back half of the episode started to get really, really good. But there were a lot of ridiculous things in this episode. A lot of things that, you know, I didn't understand. So we're going to get into that. The premise of this episode is already one flaw, I will say. And that is the Mourning Cloak, which is the butterfly that you've got Strand that is a big fan of. Now, we get introduced to this new character named Ali, right? He is, you know, kind of a younger kid. He's like 15, right? So he is wanting to become a ranger for the tower. And you've got Howard that is in charge of the tower. And if you didn't know, yes, Strand is on some sort of mission. We don't know where he is. He's out on a run, basically, this entire episode. We don't even see him whatsoever. So Howard is kind of running things in this episode, which I actually liked because Howard was very good this episode. I really liked him quite a bit. He basically kind of tells this kid, like, you know, you're going to have to do this, this, and this for us to be able to kind of accept you into the tower. So he goes out there to try to find a Mourning Cloak, to try to find a butterfly. Now, like I said, this plot is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like I said, I don't hate the episode, but this is one of the plots that I was just like, why? You go out there to try to find a freaking butterfly to be accepted as a ranger. Okay, let me get this straight. You're going to send some dude out to go catch a butterfly. That's what it's come to. This is what this show has come to. You're going to send someone out to go get a butterfly for you. That is our big bad of Fear the Walking Dead right now. The guy that wants a butterfly collection. Like, what in the hell is this? Like, seriously. So, he gets it. I mean, he finds it. But then he runs into Charlie. So, okay. Then they take Charlie into the tower. She is basically wanting to join the tower. And you find out that basically Charlie wants to live here. Apparently, she wants to live in the tower. But Howard kind of cuts her a deal. Okay? He kind of says, like, you know, if you do this for me, if you do these missions for me, and if you get these elevator parts, then you can stay in the tower. So this entire episode, if I'm getting this right, is them trying to find parts to make a working elevator, which we know that happens because there's a clip later on this season in one of the teasers where Strand is in a elevator, right? So they get it working, obviously, and they get the parts. So that's kind of the mission in this one. But you get Charlie that goes with this new ally kid. And, you know, they're around the same age. I think Charlie's like 13. This guy's like 15. So, you can kind of sense where this episode's going here at the beginning. And they go out there together. They basically come across this like bowling alley type of thing or whatever. And he teaches Charlie how to bowl and stuff. And we found out that he lost his parents. He lost, everything else basically. And he starts to bond with Charlie, slowly. He starts to care about her. He kind of likes her, stuff like that. And she goes in to this building to find the parts that Howard wants her to, right? So she goes inside, and then while she goes inside on her own, you get Ally that then gets, or Ali, I think Ally, I don't know, Ali, I think is his name. So it's something like that. He's an ally. He basically gets attacked by the stalkers while you got Charlie that's inside of the building. So he gets attacked, held at gunpoint. He is really not cooperating. They punch him in the gut one time, and, they basically tell him, like, okay, you and the girl, we're going to capture you. We're going to get information out of you because we know you come from Strand's group. So he then actually creates a really cool kind of sneaky tactic. He's about to open up the door to, be held at gunpoint and lead them into the building. And he opens up the door and a bunch of the dead come out. He hides behind the door, which is an Andrea trick from The Walking Dead Season 3, if you guys remember that. The enemy, pointing their gun towards you. They open up the door, you hide behind, you let the walkers come towards them. That's exactly like Andrea did in Prey. So that's really cool that they actually did that. I really like that. And he basically, once all the stalkers are dead, he picks up, like, I think a gun off the ground. He goes in, and from under my impression, I think that's his father that's in the military hat that, basically tackles him to the ground. He kind of gets emotional over that. And Charlie then saves his life. And we find out that the readings are apparently clear, okay? So the readings are clear. So then Charlie goes into the elevator, gets what she needs to get, and this idiot, and this is when this episode started to piss me off a little bit, he then locks her into the darn elevator and decides to go full evil ranger mode. So he tells Howard, like, yeah, we got the parts. Yeah, we got everything. And he's like, just you? And he's like, just me. But then he has a change of heart because I guess he realizes how much he likes her or something. So then he's like, no, I don't want to be an evil ranger. So then he goes back and saves Charlie's life and kills all the dead and lets her out of the elevator. Okay. I don't know what to say about that, but that was stupid. So that's one thing about this episode. That was absolutely stupid. And then he basically tells her, like, he's just like, okay, so why are you really here? And she then reveals to him that Morgan actually wanted her to go in there. Morgan led her in there to turn off the big light that they have on top of the tower, to turn that crap off. Well, she then decides that she actually wants to stay in the tower because I guess there's a cute guy there, according to her, that she thinks is enough of motivation to stay there. So, okay. So she kisses him, she makes out with him, and then he turns around for 1 second, and then guess what, guys? Guess what Fear the Walking Dead does best? Charlie passes the frig out over what? What? Radiation. Okay, so the ratings are, the readings are clear, but I just passed out, like, what? Like, what? Like, you just said the readings are clear, now all of a sudden you're passing out from radiation, like, and then what do these stupid showrunners do? They freaking, what do? They have June that comes out, she's nursing her back to health, she comes out and looks at Ali or Ally or whatever the crap his name is, and she's like, I don't know how much time he has left. I mean, she doesn't have that much time left. Like, I don't know. It's probably not going to work out too well for her. Like, she should spend the last days, in the best way she can because we don't know how many days she has left to live. Give me a frickin' break, man. I mean, how many times have we done this dance in Fear the Walking Dead? Grace in Season 5. Alicia in Season 5. Alicia in Season 7. And which we're still dealing with. And Charlie now in Season 7 is now slowly dying. Like, okay, we're going to do that again, are we? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. I didn't realize, man. I almost forgot, like, an episode ago that we already invented that plot. Okay. Sorry. I forgot. Like, could have sworn they did that, like, an episode ago. But, I mean, it's totally fine, I guess. So, yeah, okay. Now, here is probably the best part about this episode. I really like this scene, and it's when he basically then, he talks to Charlie, he kind of gives her this magical butterfly room or whatever to put her in, to give her hope, I guess. But then he completes the mission for her. He tries to go on the roof and turn off the light. I remember when I was watching this scene, I was like, he's going to get caught. And of course he does. Howard catches him, and he tries to come at Howard. You actually get a small fight scene between the two, and it's pretty insane. But Howard gets the upper hand, chokes him out, and kills him. And there you go. Howard killed someone. Damn, really crazy. So he comes back in there kind of all shook up, and you've got June that kind of asks what happened. Charlie is pissed off that her boyfriend's now dead. And you then see John Sr., who kind of backs Howard up. And I remember when I saw this, I was like, wait, why is he backing him up? He just murdered this guy. And then he tells June as Howard walks away, I'm trying to get them to trust me. I'm trying to get them to trust me so then I can flip on them at the right time. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And June basically defends the hell out of Charlie. I mean, she literally tells him, like, you know, she tells Howard, like, you're going to have to come through me, you know, before you shoot Charlie. So I really like that scene as well, too. And I like how the episode ends. It's kind of like, you know, there's no hope. But then you see the butterfly at the end, and she's like, she looks at it and she says, thank you, you know. She says thank you to June, but you know she's more so saying thank you, you know, to Ali for saving her and for trying, at least, you know. And that's kind of where the episode comes to a conclusion. So, very interesting episode. It's definitely one of those episodes that's, it's not as good as 9. It's definitely not as good as episode 9. However, I think it's an interesting character episode. The Ali character kind of went out as a hero, I'll say, in the end. The relationship was a little bit on the weird side for me, how he wanted to leave her on 1 second, then saved her at another second. Like, some of that stuff's a bit stupid, but I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. It's a pretty decent episode. It's not as good as 9, but I think it's a decent episode, and I think that Howard really stood out for me in this one, and I think there were some decent elements to this episode. I don't think it was a totally bad episode. I just thought it was, you know, your average Fear the Walking Dead. So 7B is starting off in a decent fashion, I'll say. I think 9 is actually a pretty good episode. 10 is okay, and we'll see where the rest goes. Episode 11 looks pretty decent, too, so we'll see where it goes. That's kind of my thoughts on it for right now. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button to know some of my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan Smoke TV, subscribe, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
She won't have anything to do with me after this.